Now, sometimes while invoicing, you might want to capture additional information depending upon your business needs. And this information can be on the invoice level. So for example, I might be exporting these items and I might want to capture the export agent or the company through which I am exporting these items. So that becomes something I want to capture on this invoice level. The other thing can be if we want to capture some more information on the item level, which is the line level. So let's look at how we can do that. So on the invoice level, we want to capture the name of the export agent, and on the line level, let's say we want to capture the color of the cycle that we have sold, or the color of the cycles that we are selling for this line. So what we can do is go to configuration and go to user defined fields. So this is where we can create new fields according to our need. Now we can do a lot of things over here, but for this exercise we are going to keep it pretty simple. So the first thing that we need to specify is the UDF ID, user defined field ID, and it is highly recommended not to use any special characters in the ID, and so don't use any spaces or any special characters. So let's say the first we want to make is for the export agent. So I'll give this a name, export agent. Now this ID is not something that comes on the screen. The UDF name is actually what is displayed on the screen. So I will say export agent, and then the length depending upon what data type we have. So it is going to be a text, and the length is going to be, let's say, 100 characters. And the level is whether we want it on the row level or on the header level. So it's going to be on the header level. And what kind of control we want for the user to enter? We want a text box so that we can type the name of the agent ourselves. Now the other types are usually used when we have a different data type. So for example, we might want a date picker if we are making a field to enter some date, and similarly a time picker. We can also use a combo drop down just like this if we are specifying a list of values out of which the user can choose. But right now we are interested in a text box, simple text box where we can type the name of the agent. So we'll choose text box, and then we'll have to specify how will the data population happen. So we want to specify that we'll manually populate the data. We do not want it to auto populate based on something, and we also do not want to be populated based on CFL. CFL is a choose from list, which are predefined lists in the system. So the item list, the customer or the BP list, we can use those lists if we want, but right now we have chosen manually populate because we are going to type in the data ourselves. The next thing we have to specify is where we want to create this. So we go into sales, and on the sales invoice header. Now remember, we have to choose header here because we want this on the invoice level, not on the row level. So it automatically tells you what is the object ID and the table name it is going to use for creation of this user defined field, but we don't have to do anything over here. All we have to do is say add, and we get a message that we have saved this information and the UDF has been created. Now we want to create another on the row level, so I'll click on add new, and I'll specify the UDF ID here for color. So I'll specify color. The UDF name is also color, and let's say this is 50 characters. This is on the row level and text, and now we could choose a combo box here because we might have a specified list of colors. So let's say we provide red, purple, yellow, and let's say orange. So these are the colors that we provide these cycles in. So the data type is text, but we are going to use a combo box or a drop down for the user to choose from the list of colors. And data is going to be populated manually, and in this case we want the rows where this field should be created, UDF should be created. So we click add and we close this. Now right now we'll have to reopen the invoice window. So we'll go to the invoices, and you will see that on the more information we have this new field over here where we can type the name of the export agent, and on the item level we have this field available but it's hidden, so we'll have to click the field chooser and enable our field over here, and obviously we can drag it where we want it in the sequence of data entry. So now if I am selling some cycle, I can choose which color cycle, selling 5 red cycles at whatever rate and whatever is happening accordingly. So this is how you can use user defined fields on the line level as well as on the header level for your invoices. Obviously you can also have this information on your invoice format, but since these are user defined fields, you will not find a standard format which can incorporate them. So you will have to get your format customized according to your requirements, and you can get it done from Sunwheel Solutions, wherein you log into your account, and once you log in you will get the option in your dashboard to raise support requests, and you can put in your information here stating that you want to get an invoice format customized according to your requirements. You will get somebody to contact you, and you can provide the details of your format, and then you'll get a quote and you can take it forward.